We may be getting an Xbox handheld device reveal in 2025. There's a rumor swirling out there. And you guys know me, I'm super excited for this. I am all in on an Xbox device, or a handheld device rather. I want one. I think that it would benefit not just gaming, I think it would benefit Xbox. So I hope this rumor is true. Let's go over the rumor today. Let's talk about it. And then also what I want to do is tell you guys and share with you my 3 things that I'd like to see from an Xbox handheld. What I think they need to do, what I think they need to do correct, what I think they need to change from the current handhelds that are out there. For instance, the ROG Ally, the Steam Deck. I think there are some flaws there that Xbox can improve upon and change. And I actually think, ready for this, wait for it, I think an Xbox handheld would be superior to either of those 2 devices. I also think a PlayStation handheld would be superior to either of those 2 devices in the same way that a Nintendo Switch is superior in my mind to an ROG Ally or a Steam Deck. Now, you might be listening to this and you might be thinking to yourself, what? What are you talking about? An ROG Ally is way more powerful than a Nintendo Switch. A Steam Deck is way more powerful than a Nintendo Switch. It can play PC games. We'll go over that. We'll go over why I think they're actually inferior to a Nintendo Switch, why I think they would be and will be inferior to an Xbox handheld and a PlayStation handheld for that matter. But Xbox is what we're concerned about here today. Before we jump into it, though, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel. My name is X1 the Gamer. We drop videos like this every single day. Like, subscribe to us, rate and review us. We have a podcast, X1 Daily. The podcast is X1 Daily over on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts. Give us a 5-star rating there. Share us with your friends. Just share us with one person. It very much helps. And if you like what we're doing, consider becoming a member. We have a membership here for $5 a month. You can help us grow this channel. I want to be the biggest voice in gaming. That's my goal. And we're well on our way. So thank you, everybody, for your huge support. Okay, let's jump into this. The rumor. Let's go over the rumor first. The rumor, Xbox may be gearing up to reveal a handheld device in 2025. This is an article over at purexbox.com. Here's what they say. We don't know about you, but ever since an Xbox handheld was first rumored, we have been extremely excited about the idea. I have been as well. I think it's the solution. I've said it before. I'll say it again. It's because I can play my games from anywhere. Right now, I'm limited to my time as a father, as someone with relationships and a household to manage. I'm limited by my time I can game by a stationary gaming product like a Series X or Series S that's tied to a TV in a specific room. I'm limited in timing there. I can get away with a few hours a day, if that, throughout the week. A handheld opens me up to where I can be upstairs at the couch playing on it, while my kids watch TV or everyone's in there reading a book and I'm playing video games instead of reading a book. But yeah, I absolutely am super excited about it. Let's hope this new rumor is true, says purexbox.com, as apparently it could be getting a reveal in 2025. This is according to Windows Central editor Jez Corden, who said the following on the Xbox 2 podcast, quote, "A little birdie has told me that you might see genuinely new hardware next year, maybe of some form for Xbox. I don't think you're going to see hardware at the Game Awards in 2024, but I do think next year is a good year for revealing new hardware, especially hardware you can hold in the palm of your hand." And there is the key, because initially some people might be thinking just off the first sentence, oh, well, it's just going to be a refresh or a next iteration of the Xbox for this generation of Xbox, like what they're doing with the Galaxy Black, for instance, for the Series X. But no, we know that a refresh is not coming. We're not getting a Pro in the same way that PlayStation 5 has a Pro. But the fact he says you can hold it in the palm of your hand, that he's being cute, and I like it. That's the key. And I think, I would be huge. I would be hugely excited. I'd be ecstatic for this if this happens. Just to finish up here on the article, Corden has previously mentioned how the Xbox handheld may be arriving alongside a successor console to the Xbox Series X, while Microsoft gaming CEO Phil Spencer has teased a pretty awesome future for hardware at Xbox. Yeah, I think we're getting it. I think every console is going this way. Not that the console itself, I think we're going to have a standalone powerhouse that is a Series X, whatever the next version of that is for next generation. But I think alongside that, to complement it, I think we're going to get handhelds. So what do I want to see in a handheld? And why do I say that the ROG Ally and the Steam Deck are flawed at this point? Let me tell you why I think they're flawed first. They are flawed because both of them require a ton of tweaks to optimize. And that's not appealing to me. They're both great devices. Don't mistake it. They are fantastic. I've not played the Steam Deck. I've seen the Steam Deck. A buddy of mine that I work with has a Steam Deck. He brought it. We checked it out together. But I have played the ROG Ally, and I have seen all of the behind the scenes tweaks that you can do. It's basically a PC, and so you can have the same tweaks there, but it's not plug and play. And I think that's the big flaw. Plug and play is the key here. So my number one thing that I'm most excited for that I want to see in an Xbox handheld is Xbox UI. And that's why Xbox would do a handheld, for that UI, in the same way that a console has the UI. The reason that you get a console, the convenience of a console, is for that infrastructure there that is plug and play. I don't have to tweak stuff. I don't have to do anything behind the scenes. The developers have all done that for me because it's running off of this operating system that's maximized for gaming. And Steam Deck does something similar. ROG Ally doesn't do that at all. ROG Ally runs off of Windows. So Steam Deck of the two requires less, but that's what I want. I want that convenience, that plug-and-play convenience, which is why I think the Nintendo Switch is superior, because that's exactly what the Nintendo Switch is. Sure, the Nintendo Switch doesn't have a ton of power, but guess what? You don't need a ton of power to play these games on the Nintendo Switch, to play beautiful games like Zelda Breath of the Wild on Nintendo Switch. An absolutely gorgeous game, because it's optimized with the interface there, with the operating system built from the ground up for gaming. That's number one. That's kind of a cop-out answer, let's be honest, because we know that's the benefit to getting an Xbox handheld or a PlayStation handheld. Now, the two other things that I want to see. So first of all, it needs to be plug and play. The two other things that I want to see from an Xbox handheld is the controller scheme. You've got what will set Xbox apart is using the Xbox controller. Now, PlayStation has done this in a similar way. In fact, here I have the PlayStation Portal, and you can see, let me actually go full screen here, and you guys can see, for those of you listening, you can see there is the PlayStation Portal, and you can see it is the PlayStation controller with a big ass screen in the middle of it. That's what it is. And I think that this is a great lesson learned. This form factor, it feels the same. It feels like I'm holding a PlayStation controller. That is the appeal to an Xbox handheld. I want that in an Xbox handheld 100%. I want the controller. Just take a controller, take the Elite controller, and divide it in half. That's all you need to do, and you will have me happy, because I think the ROG Ally that you can see right here, the ROG Ally, it's on screen. It's more like a Nintendo Switch, and even the Nintendo Switch, where the Nintendo Switch is not good, the PlayStation Portal is superior when it comes to the controller feel, the scheme. In fact, some of the top-selling add-on hardware additions to the Nintendo Switch are add-ons that basically give you this controller feel that you put your Nintendo Switch into, because you get hand cramps. It's not good with that flat screen feel. And both the Steam Deck and the ROG Ally have similar there. It's inferior. It's inferior to the grips of a controller. I want to see my Xbox device the same as this PlayStation Portal. Just take an Xbox controller, cut it in half, and put a big-ass screen in the middle of it. And that brings me to number 3. I want a big-ass screen. I want a screen the size of a PlayStation Portal. I think is perfect. I don't know what this is. Someone can check me on it. I think this is like 6 inches, 7 inches, 7.5, 6.5, something like that. It might be bigger than that, because it's a lot of screen real estate. Now, the PlayStation Portal has touchscreen. I don't think you need touchscreen at all. I don't see what you would utilize touchscreen for any reason, especially if you're using Xbox console operating system anyways. It's already built for a controller. So just give me a controller, give me a big screen, save the cost. It doesn't need to be touchscreen. I don't need that technology in there. Make it nice though. I do want it to be nice. And with that, I guess there's a fourth one, because I would also like to see, it has to have decent battery life. Now, the Nintendo Switch has 5 hours of battery life, and I think that's decent. I think that's the minimum. If you get 6 to 8, I think that you're golden. But some of these games, remember, are going to be more powerful than, or you would assume that some of these games are going to be more powerful than the Nintendo Switch on an Xbox handheld. So if you could get that 5-hour target of a Nintendo Switch, I'd rarely charge my Nintendo Switch. It works perfectly for that amount of time. I mean, if you could get more than that, then even better. But those are my asks for a handheld for Xbox. Controller, screen, plug and play, and battery life. I mean, that seems pretty generic, but you'd be surprised at what ideas are thrown on the wall when creating hardware, I'm sure. But yeah, I am excited. If this is true in 2025, and if it drops before the next generation, I would buy it. If they announce it tomorrow, I would buy one. That's how much I think it could work. Here, I'll give you a prime example of why you would use a portal or a portable device. I'm playing New World right now in Xbox. New World's all about questing. It's an MMO. Quest, level up, quest, level up, quest, level up. New World is not cross-save, which is foolish. So I have a character on my Xbox Series X. Absolutely love it. New World did a great job bringing these games to the consoles. It feels like it was made for the console. I would buy that game a second time on my PlayStation just for the portal ability so that I could play it mobile. Now, I like playing it on the Xbox. All my friends are on the Xbox, and I like those achievements. But I would play it even more if I had some sort of portable device for it via an Xbox handheld. I think PlayStation did Xbox a huge favor in doing the portal. Now, the portal is a streaming device. I don't want that from Xbox because, yes, it's pretty decent, but it's not the best. I want local hardware. Phil Spencer has said that it needs to be able to play games locally, straight off the hardware. So we know that that's most likely what we're getting, and I think that's the right direction. I think that the PlayStation Portal was a great concept, a great first step. I don't think the technology is necessarily there. I don't think it's as good as a standalone hardware device. Let's say that. And I think that Xbox doing it will be huge. I hope this rumor is true. I would love to know what you guys think. Would you get an Xbox handheld device, standalone? Or would you just wait for the next console? Let me know in the comments below. Again, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel. My name is X1 the Gamer. We do videos like this all the time. Have a great rest of your day, guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.